Andy, if you could please call the roll.
Mayor Pollan.
Here.
Vice Mayor Satula. Councilman Smith.
Here.
Town Manager Hicks.
Here.
All right, moving on to the approval of minutes, July 2nd town meeting minutes and July 25th work session minutes.
Mr. Mayor, I move we accept the town hall meeting minutes, and we defer the acceptance of the work session meeting minutes until the corrections are made.
Well, we can amend those with the corrections sent earlier today. Andy, were those added to the
They were.
minutes?
They were added and they were emailed out.
Thank you.
Okay, awesome. I'll accept the minutes as presented.
I second it.
All right, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, the minutes are approved. Moving on to reports of officers, boards, and committees. First, the permits report.
Sorry. 1 second. Building use and occupancy sign permits issued during the month of July 2018. Building permits, July 2nd, January Simon, 110 Woodland Road for a fence. July 3rd, Liberty Construction, 102 Beecher Avenue, repairs to single-family dwelling damaged by a fallen tree. July 9th, Miguel Berga, 4617 Strauss Avenue, in-ground pool. July 11th, Felder Grant, 36 Poplar Lane, addition to single-family dwelling. July 11th, Felder Grant, 36 Poplar Lane, detached garage. July 13th, Dewan Avery, 8 Lookout Drive, patio. July 17th, Victor Marino, 1203 East Raymond Avenue for a fence. No use and occupancy permits, no temporary use and occupancy permits. 1 demolition permit, July 18th, CMI General Contractors for 4445 Indian Head Highway Incorporated, 4445 Indian Head Highway, demolition of existing building. No grading permits, no sign permits, and no temporary sign permits.
And just for some clarification, that demolition permit was for the E-Last building. Okay, moving on to the finance report. Ginger?
July 2018 finance report. Beginning cash balance, $328,786.41. Total revenues, $124,695.07. Total expenditures, $364,192.60, with an ending cash balance of $89,288.88. Total investments, $1,043,422.43. Thank you.
All right, moving on to town manager, code enforcement, and planning commission reports.
Town Manager's Report, July 2018. The Boardwalk State Highway is reviewing the CIA, or the Concurrence and Award Checklist. Online bill pay is operational, linked via the town's website. Please input the information exactly as it appears on your water bill. I stress that every month because we still have issues with folks being able to pay their water bill online because they're not typing the information in exactly as it appears on the water bill. Village Green restrooms, awaiting NEPA and SHA approvals. We have those 2 approvals. We had a meeting last month. The project is moving forward. Bond bill, that project is moving forward as well. It is being hammered out between the town's attorney and the attorneys for PNC. Wastewater treatment plant blower replacement project. That project is underway. That project began last month. Eli's, you also heard about that. Demolition to begin this week or next. So that was a demo permit you heard for Eli's. Once again, that work will begin this week or next. Woodland Drive, the 4-way stops. That information is under review by the town's attorney. The holdup is whether we need to do a traffic study or not. And last but not least, the town will be investigating some inflow and infiltration issues all over town this month. So you'll see us out. We'll be doing smoke testing, sewer TVing, and cleaning of the sewer lines. Code Enforcement Report, July 2018. The town issued 45 notices of violation during the month. 18 grass and weeds, 5 grass and weed fines, 1 rubbish and garbage violation, 3 rubbish and garbage fines, 2 works performed without a permit, 3 inoperable vehicle violations, 5 inoperable vehicle fines, 2 citations for an inoperable vehicle, 1 rental license violation, 4 premises identification violations, and 1 unfit structure fine. And last but not least, we have the Planning Commission report for July 2018. The Planning Commission approved a preliminary plan for Namo Energetics Indian Head, Inc. at the 4221 Indian Head Highway parcel 160 and 161, otherwise known as the Old Charles County Sheriff Department. And we also discussed the town's stormwater management ordinance.
Okay.
Ryan, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
We can circle back for that smoke test, inflow, outflow thing you spoke.
I&I issues, yes.
Is that to address some of the flooding that we've had?
Yes, not only the flooding above ground, but we're having some flooding below ground in our stormwater. In our storm sewers. Our sewers are causing a few backups when we get heavy rain, so we know we have an I&I issue, which we have had for decades. We are trying to address that with smoke testing, TVing our sewer lines, and at the same time cleaning them as well.
Okay. Will council be provided a report of some sort?
Yes, when we TV a sewer line, or the company, when they TV a sewer line, they give us a disk or a jump drive, and it actually has the information right there. As they're going along, they're reading off to you what they see and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hicks, I didn't see it here, but would you mind also giving a quick update on the status of the Washington Gas in terms of the permitting and where this stands? Because I see a couple of residents from the...
As it
the
relates to
Washington-
Washington Gas, that permit is with the Charles County Soil Conservation District. They are running a little behind in doing their inspections or review of the projects due to lack of staffing.
And did you say there were like 20 permits ahead of us or something like that?
That is correct. There is about 20 permits in the queue ahead of the Riverwatch project.
Thank you.
And this is from Charles County Soil Conservation District, so it's not something that I'm making up. I'm getting it straight from them.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, moving on. We have Parks and Recreation Committee and Environmental Sustainability Committee reports.
Good evening, everyone. For Parks and Recreation, the Senior Appreciation Day went really well. We held that here in the pavilion, and many of the, not residents, but patrons of the Senior Center attended. So thank them for that. We've been conducting a few minor repairs on the Senior Center facility with members of the Heart Cry Church. They repaired some of the water damage in the ceiling and one of the corner beads. And we're looking to have a senior appreciation cleanup day of the facility in September or October. Cynthia's going to get back with us. So we're going to clean some of the floors. And all this is to kind of supplement Ryan's crew of public works individuals. We're down, I think, a couple people, and he's really taking a hard time. So thanks to Heart Cry for their members. And we're looking for members in the community. So when Cynthia gives us the list of priorities, those individuals who are handy or who can paint and things of that nature, we'd really enjoy if you came out to assist. The big day of play is August 25th. It's a Saturday. We're going to add a STEAM component, and we're having Dr. Avery Posey Jr., who is a T-cell researcher at the University of Pennsylvania. He'll be the keynote speaker there. And we're going to have some other workshops for parents and youth. We're going to focus on how to reduce stress, right? So as you go into these high-tech careers, or even sometimes students in school, they don't necessarily know how to manage stress. And talking to the educators throughout the county, stress is a big factor without not only parents, but youth. So a workshop on some strategies to handle stress is something we're going to incorporate this year. For the Environmental Sustainability Committee, disaster preparedness, the best time to plan for it is when it's sunny, clear skies, and things of that nature. So the ready.gov is a very good site that has a lot of checklists and strategies to help you and your families prepare for disaster. Now, a disaster could be flash flooding, right? That your home floods. So do you have adequate insurance and things of this nature? So also the water quality report, I think that is, when did that come out? Does anybody have, I saw it posted on the sign. So the water quality report is we still have good water. So the investments that the previous council made into the infrastructure and some investments that we have made are really paying off. So knock on wood, the water quality is still good. Are there any questions for me? Yes, ma'am. So since its inception, we've allowed crafts. So those are homemade things that people throughout town or the vendors are able to bring. So not only produce and meats, but crafts. We've had one success story. We have some individuals who sell soaps. And as part of being with the Town of Indian Head Farmers Market, they won a contest where they're able to sell in a kiosk in BWI Airport. So that's a big success story. So looking for entrepreneurs in town, there's no fee to come down there. If you make things, bring them down there. You need a table and an umbrella, and you may be the next success story. Any additional questions? All right. Which, we can put that in the paper. Yes, ma'am. All right. Thank you.
Moving on to the Bureau of Fire Prevention report. Wayne?
Good evening, everybody. Jeff Williams, the fire chief, couldn't make it tonight. He is starting the classes. He's an instructor of Maryland Fire and Rescue for emergency medical technician, so he'll be tied up until December 22nd. So he'll be free just in time for Christmas, I guess. For our report, July's report, we had a total of 50 ambulance calls, which was pretty busy month. Fire responses was 30, and that's including in the town and mostly mutual aid outside of the town limits. Thursday nights we have our drills, training, and monthly meetings. So if anybody's interested in coming up to look around or want to put an application in, you're more than welcome. If you're interested in fire department, EMS, administrative or auxiliary, we'd love to have you. It's more the merrier. Our smoke alarm program is still in effect. If we haven't got to your property or your house yet, give us time. We have to round up a team. We can't go out there individually. We have to have a team to put your detectors up or check them out and make sure they're still good. The new ones, are out are 10 years, lithium-ion battery, pull the tab, mount it, put the date on it, don't have to touch it for 10 years. So just remember, mark for now, when you have 10 years, the next birthday, 10 years from then, just have it set up. Another little note of interest, we'll be up here tomorrow night, help setting up fire safety and fire prevention stuff for National Night Out. And last but not least, July 23rd, we celebrated 70 years of volunteer service in the town of Indian Head. So, any questions?
Yeah, yes,
okay.
Wayne, I have a question for you. So the team that you need to send out to the residents to put in smoke, what criteria do they have to just be able-bodied or?
Yeah, they're usually a member. We have 2 for safety's sake. If you have to crawl up a stool, a ladder, you don't want somebody to fall down and injure themselves. The safety, just trying to, sometimes the ceilings are pretty high. And for safety factor, you don't want to send some people house to house by yourself. You want to have a team member with you, just to make sure it's done right. So.
Moving on to Community Affairs. Karen?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
As Wayne just mentioned, we have National Night Out tomorrow night from 6 to 8 here inside the building, and we have some activities outside. We're starting with a little bike parade, thanks to our community policing officer who's going to lead us in that. That starts at 6, so anybody who wants to come up with their bicycle, come on up, and we're just going to ride around the center of the village green. We're not going very far, but just to kind of kick it off and have fun. Rain or shine, yes, but obviously unless it's a downpour, if it's a little sprinkler or something, it's not going to melt anybody. But yes, it's rain or shine. So free food. I apologize, I don't have the flyers out on the deck back there. And then on Thursday evening, August 9th, we have our annual Grandparents 55 and Older dinner and concert night, and it's featuring the Port Tobacco Pickers Bluegrass Band, and we have a delicious meal that is going to be served, and that's free, and you do not have to be a grandparent or 55 and older. Anyone is welcome to come to it, but we just kind of recognize it as the Grandparents 55 and Older night. So. And then we also have Back to School Night, which is Thursday, August the 23rd, and that is from 7 to 9. And that is, anyone is welcome to come, but the backpacks that we give away, the fully loaded backpacks that we work in conjunction with the Neighbors Eager to Serve, the NETS organization that concentrates on the individuals and families in need on the western side of the county. Those are for pre-K through 8th grade. And we try to limit it to Indian Head Elementary School and General Smallwood Middle School students as opposed to from PG County or other jurisdictions. But anyone's welcome to come, but we just ask that with the backpack giveaway that it's for the students that belong here or actually reside here in the town of Indian Head. That's it basically in a nutshell for August. We have other things coming up in the fall. The smoke signals will be coming out first part of September, Annie? Yes. So we're putting that together now. And of course, we always have stuff on our website. So on the town's website, I try to post things on the town's Facebook page just shortly before the events and whatnot. And of course, we wouldn't have these events if it wasn't for our Community Activities Committee volunteers who actually make these things happen. So I always appreciate their assistance. So other than that, any questions? Ginger, do you have any questions? Anybody else? Thank you.
Karen, there's a question.
Karen.
Hello. How do we deconflict if they're an Indian Head or General Smallwood student? Do they bring something with their address on it?
We go by an honor system, and when they enter the building, we actually do each grade by boy and girl in each grade, and then the parent fills out the slip for each child that they brought with them,
Okay.
And it's put in the corresponding grade and gender, and that's how. And we also offer homeschool bags as well if there are some students that are homeschooled.
Okay.
So yes, no, we don't require. We don't ask for identification or anything like that. It's an honor system, and it's usually works pretty well.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to the community policing report. Officer Dooley.
Hey everybody, I'm Officer Dooley with the Sheriff's Office. I'm your community policing officer. The main thing going on right now is thefts from vehicles. I don't know if you guys have heard or not yet, but there's probably been close to 8 thefts from motor vehicles in just the town of Indian Head over the past 2 weeks. And then yesterday, approximately 27 vehicles were gone through in Potomac Heights, right down the street. So they're kind of moving from Indian Head on up. We have an active investigation on it. We have some leads. I can't talk about the leads or any other information for risk of compromising the investigation, but I just wanted you to know we are looking into it. Every single one of them was an unlocked vehicle. Every single one without exception. There was not a window broken, no damage on the outside of the vehicles. All of them are unlocked. What they're doing is they're going from car to car, and they'll go to your neighbor's car and they'll pull on that. It's locked. They're going to move on. All of these are happening between after everybody goes to bed, basically. So midnight to 5 in the morning is typically when they're happening. It's late. They don't want to risk compromising themselves, so that's why they're not actually breaking the windows out. They want to be as quiet as possible so they can hit as many cars as possible. So if we lock the doors, that's going to solve 99% of the problem. And obviously, somebody might decide to break a window at some point. We can't guarantee that, but it's more likely than not that they're going to just pull on the door and then move on if it's locked. So we're asking everybody again, sounded like a broken record, I said this last time, lock your doors. Lock your house doors, lock your car doors, lock your windows. It's not how it used to be. We're living in a time now where we have to secure our property, even though we're a pretty small town. So. Like Karen said, the smoke signal's coming out. I sent her some back-to-school safety tips to put in that, to forward out to the community. And based on the rash that we've had, I'm going to send you some tips for locking the vehicle and how to secure your property, basically, so we can put that in there, too. That's about all I had. Does anybody have any questions for me? All right. Thank you.
Moving on, we have no briefings tonight. No presentations and recognitions. We do have 2 resolutions. Annie?
Resolution 08-01-18, introduced by Mayor and Council. Date introduced August 6, 2018. Date adopted would be tonight, August 6, 2018. Date effective August 6, 2018. A resolution appointing a member and establishing her respective term of office to the Indian Head Community Activities Committee for a 3-year term, Whereas the following individual has expressed a desire to serve as a member of the Indian Head Community Activities Committee, and whereas Article 4 of the Code of the Town of Indian Head empowers the Town Council of Indian Head to make appointments to the Indian Head Community Activities Committee, now therefore be it hereby resolved by the Town Council of Indian Head, Maryland, that the following individual is hereby appointed to the Indian Head Community Activities Committee for a 3-year term of office as noted below. Appoint Lene Scott, 8 Park Square Court, expiration August 2021. Be it further resolved that all resolutions or parts of resolutions in conflict herewith being the same are hereby repealed to the extent of such conflict. This resolution shall be in full force and effect on the 6th day of August 2018.
You want to go ahead and read the next one, or do you want to approve them one at a time? Okay, Mr. Mayor, I move we accept the appointment as read.
Mr. Mayor, I second.
All right, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, the ayes have it. All right, next one, please.
Resolution 08-02-18, introduced by Mayor and Council. Date introduced August 6, 2018. Date adopted August 6, 2018. Date effective August 6, 2018. A resolution appointing a member and establishing his respective term of office to the Town of Indian Head Ethics Commission. Whereas the following resident of the Town of Indian Head has expressed